we're going to be talking about precast concrete parking structures on the level of the garage systems designed with wind and earthquake forces. The objectives in today's presentation are to provide an understanding of the fundamental considerations of precast pre-stressed concrete parking structures. To look at building code requirements, parking occupancy, site current considerations for parking garages, and also fire ratings. We're also going to try to provide some understanding of the structural system design for precast pre-stressed concrete parking structure. Talk about gravity load framing, vertical elements of the lateral force resisting system, and some additional diaphragm consideration. We want to provide an understanding of design issues and solutions from the lessons learned from precast pre-stressed concrete parking structure. We'll look at drainage, warping, volume change effects, and other construction issues that are specific in our concern with the design of precast and pre-stressed concrete. Parking garage by the building codes are classified as S2 type of storage or low hazard storage. But because they're more than a warehouse for cars, there's a section 406 in the International Building Codes which covers the special motor vehicle related occupancies that have special rules for parking garages. Garages within that section are further classified as either open or enclosed. And we're going to be talking about both types and some of the advantages of using open parking structures as a target when we're trying to develop precast parking garage design. Parking garage occupancy can have a lot of different demands, and a lot of these demands shape the final configuration, the scope, and the layout of the parking garage. Certainly, the destination use is important. Who's going to use the parking garage? People who are going to be in an office all day. Those parking garages are probably occupied by people who have an assigned space. They're familiar with it because they use the parking garage every day. They can go in and out, but they usually come in the morning. They may go out at lunch, they may not, and then they leave in the evening. So the layouts and the requirements and the amenities in a parking garage for an office building support can address the users in a way that you may not be able to do for a retail operation. In retail, the turnover is very high. You want to make a very attractive parking experience because you want people to be not just willing but be enticed to come in, find convenient and ample and well-lit parking in order to come in and use the retail opportunity that the parking garage is supporting. So again, it may be a different set of criteria in developing your thinking and your layout about the garage. Multifamily residential is a popular use for parking garages in higher density developments because the land values can often be very high, too high to have on-grade parking for every unit that's in the multifamily residential. Parking garages are built, but they don't have to be hugely attractive. They have to be functional, and they need to be close spaces to the people who are parking and using them. Again, people will be very familiar with where they're going to park. They will turn it over once or twice a day, usually not a high level, but these are things that we think about. Hotel parking, again, it may be a little bit unfamiliar with the hotel user, but it's primarily a place that they're going to store the vehicle while they're in their stay at the hotel. They may want convenient in and out in order to be able to go where their final destinations are, but it's part of thinking about who's using it and how is it being supported. Hospital structures, hospital support is another different way of considering it. And depending on the level of clinic or outpatient clients that are using hospital-type facilities, the turnover can be very, very high. If a parking garage is built immediately adjacent to a hospital with a number of active clinics, then it may be that higher levels in the parking garage are actually the destination because those higher levels are individual clinics that the users are going to. So instead of thinking that people are only going to drive into the garage as far as it takes to find a space, stop, and then leave. They may actually be trying to reach a floor that they need to get into, and that would hurt what could happen in this hospital type of situation.